How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Intern Show. You're probably noticing that the star from last week is not here. Sadly, Nick he's moving, so he's unable to make the Intern Show.
That's what he calls going on a mission to the Philippines.
Yeah, I guess he's going to the mission to the Philippines. So sadly, the big star we had last week is not going to be on with us this week.
About last week's show, how do you think it went?
I think it went great.
Well, obviously you think it went great. It went pretty well for you.
I just asked questions. I think it was good. It was conversational. Kirk's incredible at everything he does. So, it was awesome for him to come on, especially when you look back at like the week he just did on the YouTube while they were doing all this call-in shit. Is like, dude's a workhorse.
In hindsight, that is crazy because I knew something was going on. Probably.
Yeah, well, we knew
a week and a half ago, right? Like, I don't know when Steve asked you for a voiceover, but last Tuesday is when he asked me. So I assume the idea had sprung before then.
I think they were planning on doing it for a couple of weeks.
Do you want to talk about that show a little bit?
Of course. It's the whole everything everyone's talking about today. I really do see 90% of the people loved it.
Yeah,
I do see a very small percentage. Kirk was so right when he said that there was such like a big divide between the Hammer episode. I think that was way more 50-50. This was just...
There's a lot more polarizing.
Kirk really described it perfectly.
But the people who didn't like this one really didn't like this one.
Yeah, but I think they might have just been trying to look for something to say, because this literally is an episode of the Kirk Minahan Show. If you're a fan of the Kirk Minahan Show, you think the inside jokes are funny. You think shitting on blind Mike's funny. You think the fake news media is funny, exposing them.
Yeah,
this did all of that in a new way.
Hearing Tim and Canton's voice,
Yeah, this did all that in a new way. So I just think that, if you didn't like it, it's just like, I don't think, like Kirk said, maybe the Kirk Minahan Show isn't for you.
Yeah.
Because, like that guy who called up today, I just think he just hates Kirk and he just listens to Kirk Minahan.
I tend to agree with that, but I don't think that Menners doesn't like the show. He's just. I genuinely think that he just was so vocal about it because I don't know if he was asked to do a voiceover, but
I don't think he was.
That there might be some underlying motive there between, him lashing out, or maybe he's being genuine. I don't know.
There is I've seen so much, the Hammer was split 50-50, so you could tell it wasn't for some people. This is kind of like in that gray area where the people who don't like it are such a minority of the population.
Yeah.
They're just wrong.
And they get absolutely ganged up on when they say something poor about it.
Yeah, it's like you cannot like the show, but what people don't understand is they've come to expect that Kirk gives us 3 hours every single day. I think it was either this week or last week. Kirk was going to be in Orlando with his family, and we would not be having shows right now. So if you didn't like this, okay, just pretend like you only got 4 bonus episodes instead of 5 bonus episodes. Just skip it. There's as many Kirk Minahan episodes now as there are South Park episodes. There's over 200.
Yeah, there's over 200. No, but I have to clear something up about that. So I went on the Minifan show last night. And this morning I hear that I said that
you heard yourself on the Minifan show?
I couldn't hear you on the Minifan show. I heard on the Kirk Minahan show.
Oh, because I couldn't hear you on the Minifan show.
Yeah, neither could I because it was either DC's laundry running or John's microphone because I had the same exact setup as I do now.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that I had said that it was cynical or something, and it was he had mixed up whose take it was. But it was my take that I had never heard comedy like that before. And I think that's what stands out to me was how creative it was just in terms of the art of comedy.
It's a show. I think you love it. The best parallel I could describe it is, have you seen The Office before?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the Threat Level Midnight episode? where it's like a fake movie and it's
Yeah.
it's like if you showed that to someone who hasn't watched The Office, they don't get it. It's not
Yeah, they
funny.
don't.
It's just
Yeah,
a really
you have no
shitty
idea.
version of James Bond. But if you're a fan of The Office and you've watched like 6 seasons and then you see that episode, it's hilarious because you get the joke. You get the when Toby's head explodes 5 times. You get the when Matt Carano says, "Yeah, I used to date a guy named Cullinane back in." It's like that's not funny if you don't know what the show is. But if you know what the show is, you're like, this is the funniest thing I've ever
And
seen.
Kirk said it too. I mean, I've talked to people who have listened to think that I got all the I don't. There's no way I could have gotten all the references in. You know, that's an episode that people are gonna go back and listen to. And
yeah, I think
on the contrary, I think it's actually a good episode to show people who's. John brought this up last night. I think it's a good episode for people who've never heard.
No, I don't think it is.
I think it is because it's hard to explain my rationale behind it. He would probably do a better job, but it made sense when he said it. So I'm just gonna give you a take.
It's a top 3 episode for me all time. But I think it would be tough if I showed I
thought
tried.
it was the best podcast episode I'd ever heard.
I thought I showed some to my dad. And he just really didn't get it. I was like, because I was trying to explain to him like, oh, so this is Kevin Cullen, and he was like, and he's like, so why is Kirk involved with this, and who's this Irish guy? And I was like, it's like you have to kind of be in on the joke, but once you're in on the joke, it's hilarious. Like I think people who are listening now and they're going back and listening to old episodes,
you do have to know who Kevin Cullen is. That's a pretty big aspect of it as well. But if you give somebody just the background on Kevin Cullen and Kirk's past, you know, and Steve to an extent, they would, I guess, get it. You know, if you articulated well, you know, Kirk down this guy, he's a fraud, phony, and
Kirk brought down this guy.
You don't try and like.
No, I'm just saying. I just don't.
You know, these guys were talking at the time. I'm pretty sure. I'm.
It's just weird. It's just I don't understand how you don't think it's so funny, especially in this time when there's literally nothing going on. It's quarantine. It's shut down. Kirk wanted to try something different. It could have bombed.
Oh,
too.
Really?
I don't think Kirk
the script was
realized
incredible.
how great it was until after it was done. I think he went into this knowing like this could suck, and then it would just kind of be like a hey, who gives
moment was Nick's resignation.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember he got the text, but I obviously we were both, you know, overcome with emotion. We talked like right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
A few hours goes by, and he calls me back. He calls me back, and he says to me, "Accept my resignation." Then he says, "You know, should I start cutting promos?" And I was kind of like, "Yeah, man, you might want to do that." But yeah, the Nick whole resignation thing, it was so funny.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back.
I forward timestamps over to him because I don't think Mike has his number.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we get shit done. But yeah, that was so funny and weird and something that would only happen here. Like it really is.
Yeah. Do you want to get into my top 5?
Yeah, let's do your COVID-19 is done being a worldwide.
You visited or
no.
Okay. L.A., Seattle, Amsterdam, Denver,
Cool.
Chicago, and uno más.
That's 5. I think
that was 5.
Yeah.
Yep. L.A., Seattle, Chicago.
Yeah.
Denver,
and Amsterdam. Yeah, it's 5.
Amsterdam. No, it's 5.
Amsterdam, L.A.
Yeah, one in the world.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess yeah. It does give you a different.
It's but I don't smoke, so it's.
Yeah, no, it does give you a different perspective when you're in New York State.
Oh no! I'm pulling it. I'm pulling this one again. Take Seattle off and put Montreal in.
Oh, good. Actually, very good choice. I've spent a lot of time there. Wonderful city. Great.
Beautiful city.
Great.
Amsterdam of the West.
Great strip clubs. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about Montreal.
So
good hockey team.
Decent hockey team. I mean, they're not anything special.
Well, I mean, it's a fun place to watch a hockey game. Like
The very passionate fans. I'd love to see
it's a really good city to visit. I'd put that. I haven't been to Montreal.
Nope. LA's number 1.
LA's number 1.
Yeah.
Anywhere specific or just? I mean, it's because it's a massive place. Like you got
Sunset Boulevard. I don't know.
Sunset Boulevard, Rodeo Drive.
Just LA.
Just head it up. Yeah. All right. Cool, man.
So,
Yeah. Good week, bad week time.
yeah, good week, bad week time. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think Steve had a good week.
Steve had a great week.
I don't think it started off the best. You know, with the whole cops showing up at Kirk's place.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it ended okay.
Was that on Monday?
I don't know whether it was. Dude, all the days blend together now because I don't leave my house really.
Okay.
So it was either Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Okay.
But once again, I could be wrong. Like the days have all mashed into one just giant day. I think we're on like day in New York, maybe like day 50 or like 49.
Yeah, I think we're like in 51 or something.
Ugh.
Sucks
that.
But what can you do?
Anyway, bad week. I'm gonna go with your weirdest moment choice, and anyone who disliked the Cullen show. Like, I'm sorry for getting your assholes destroyed on Twitter for not liking the show. And I also don't understand it, like Justin said, but to each their own, right?
Nope.
No.
Kirk said no one's allowed to have a dissenting opinion on this show, so it was,
No,
it was an incredible show.
I know
so
that. I loved it too. I'm just saying that maybe those people will take his advice and go find their own podcast to listen to. You know, so that's what I meant. To each their own, not justifying these people who dislike it. I just said that they had a bad fucking week.
Yeah, it was a bad week. So my bad week, I'm going to give to the fake news media, especially up here in Massachusetts.
Okay, yeah.
It's just imagine just being Kevin Cullen, and you know it's around the 7th anniversary of this whole time when you faked this huge story and were exposed as a fraud. I think it's the 2-year anniversary of Kirk just shitting down his throat and getting suspended. He's up in Vermont, and then someone must have told him, like, hey,
one of the Globies. Yeah, they had to have absolutely
like,
told
hey,
him.
just so you know, Kirk did a 48-minute episode.
He's probably still listening to it on repeat again.
What if he's like using it like he's going to write an article on it, like it's real?
Yeah, no, I said last night there's no way this isn't turning into a Cullen story. There's no way that this episode isn't.
And I think it was a great, because it left. I know Kirk said he didn't want to do it again, but it's like, what's going to happen? The Irish guy's coming back. Like, he's looking at apartments in the neighborhood. Like, Cullen's dad comes back. Like, shit's getting serious. Like, I need to know what happens next.
It's hot, dude. It's hot.
We should call Kevin Cullen and ask him what happens next.
Absolutely. I think one of us should go back in and put his voicemail down in the description. I don't see why that's a bad idea. Because there's no way he's going to answer.
I don't have his phone number.
You can get it online, right? Most of them put it up. Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he probably doesn't. I know he deleted his Twitter a couple years ago because of all this stuff. And my good week, it's going to go away from the whole Cullen-esque week. And it's people... Yeah. And it's people who like good barbecue. Because let me tell you, this barbecue I'm planning is going to be so fucking good. I have different events planned out. It's great. I don't want to spoil anything.
You gonna have a bouncy house, bro?
Nope. No bouncy house.
It's gotta change.
Nope.
But what about a rave?
A what?
Rave, R-A-V-E tent. A rave tent.
Yeah, something tells me that the Electric Zoo crowd and the Kirk Minahan show crowd don't really mix together.
You'd be surprised, man.
I don't know. I really don't see Blind Advocate taking Molly and then rolling.
He's invited
in my backyard. Anyone who has not been disowned by the show is invited.
Okay. I saw that you cut yourself off there. I know what you wanted to say. Anyone who's not Rich Keller can.
No, that's not true. Anyone who's not.
Obviously, but I don't think that any.
But he's been disowned by the show, so he can't.
I don't think any other people who are disavowed would want to go though.
Yeah, like Smugsy can't come.
Isn't that's dope that Mike and Steve I like have to go.
Have to go.
Well, not dope for them, but dope for
I'm
like,
just
anybody who's going to. Anybody
one of the
who's gonna be
events.
there.
So it's going to be like a 5-hour thing, and sometime around 4 or 5, I'm thinking we have everyone bring. Because where I live, a lot of people used to be Red Sox fans. They have old Red Sox stuff.
Oh, you want to do
I think
a burning?
a burning. I think it would be great
I like
to have
that
a huge
idea.
bonfire.
I like that idea.
And just everyone
Have
burn
it
their
go into
old
the
Red
night.
Sox shit.
Just have the
burn their
parody
old
songs
Globe
going.
shit,
Have the parody
burn their
songs
old
going on loop on
WEEI
PTAs.
stuff. Just burn everything. Make a video out of it. Make a video of people like putting like jerseys and shirts, like showing it and being like, "Hey, John Henry, fuck you," and like throwing
Sam Kennedy,
throwing it into a fire. I think that would be so incredible, and it's really what people need right now.
That's a good idea.
Because we are all going insane. So yeah,
so it got pushed back to the 18th in Mass, right?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure when this barbecue is gonna be. Hopefully,
you said you wanted
early July.
Early July, you're thinking? Okay. What? Oh, July. Oh, fuck. It's July 4th, bro.
It's not July 4th. It's not gonna.
No,
be
I'm
July
saying
4th.
if the barbecue ends up being on July 4th.
It won't be on July 4th.
Why don't you make it on July 4th? I'll have John from Scranton bring up some fireworks.
Because people have other things to do on July 4th and go over Intern Justin's.
Other than go to Intern Justin's.
Yeah. So maybe a different Saturday. I don't know. Having like a
Liberation
would be fun.
Barbecue.
We'll see. Okay. It should be I have a bunch of things planned out that
I believe you, dude. I'm excited for it. And like once again, I can't say enough. The Mike and Steve going factor. That's really cool, man.
It's gonna be so much fun.
We'll get some good content out of it too. All right. So, what were we gonna do here at the end before we?
So I have some questions I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So there's this whole controversy now with Trump halting all immigration, going into the United States. All legal immigration, you can't do it due to COVID-19 right now.
Okay. Yeah.
But there are plenty of people who are in the United States who are trying to become U.S. citizens as we speak. And in order to become a U.S. citizen, you need to take a test. And you need to answer 10 questions. You get asked 10 questions. You need to answer 6 correctly. It is out of a pool of 100 questions. So I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and you're going to try to answer them.
The premise is that I'm not the brightest bulb in the socket.
What is the supreme law of the land?
Free speech.
Is that your final answer?
It's the First Amendment, so I'm just gonna say
that is wrong. That is not the first.
All right,
that is not the supreme law of the land.
All right, what's the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! I mentioned a part.
Yeah, you mentioned the First Amendment, but that's
not to the Constitution.
I know, but the right to bear arms,
which would be
law of the land.
Which would be a better.
Not housing soldiers is the supreme law of the land. So you're 0 for 1. Okay, so you need to get 6 out of 9.
That's I'd count that as half because
I wouldn't. I mean, I was appointed by the Trump administration, and we're cracking down on people.
Okay, dude. Okay, I get it. I'm stupid. Ask me the next question.
What is the economic system in the United States?
It's capitalist, bro.
Yep, that's right. Capitalist economy. Yeah, they would have accepted capitalist or market economy.
That was my second answer. So do I get 2?
Nope.
Do they allow 2? Like if you.
The president of the United States. Correct.
Yes.
So you got 2 out of 3. How long is a U.S. senator's term?
2 years.
Is that your final answer?
8 years.
Is that your final answer?
How many times are you gonna ask if it's my final answer? Enough for me to look it up on the keyboard?
Nope.
I know. Okay. I'm gonna go with 8 years.
You are incorrect. It is 6 years.
6 years.
2
Fuck.
for 2.
Every other midterm.
2 for 4.
Every other midterm. Fuck. Okay.
2 for 4.
That's fine. I go 60%. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
Who does a U.S. senator represent?
The U.S. senator represents their state, like the state that they were voted in from.
Correct. All the people in the state.
Yeah.
That is very correct. Here is.
By the way, fuck Chuck Schumer. He's a New York
What
State
are
senator.
2 cabinet level positions of the
2
president of
cabinet
the
level positions? Defense Secretary, Secretary of State. Or wait, is that the same thing? So it's the Secretary of State and Secretary of Treasury. There you go.
Perfect.
All right. I know what they are, but I think I just said the same thing twice. My brain
Under
was
our
moving so
Constitution.
quickly. Pardon?
Under our Constitution. Yeah, no, you got that right. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
One power of the
There's
federal.
four. There's 4.
What is one? What is 4 things? Federal government. The subsidy. Oh, they can give bailouts to businesses, right?
Is that your final answer?
Well, that's the Treasury for the department. I don't fucking know the answer to this.
Okay, so it's just a wash. You just want the 4 answers.
Yeah, I just want the 4 answers. I don't want to look like a complete asshole.
1, to print money. 2,
Oh,
to declare war. 3, to create an army, and 4, to make treaties. So.
All right, I guess.
The bailout was kind of close to printing money because that's kind of what's going on. Oh, so you said you're more of a states' rights kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states?
They get to decide whether a federal law is going to be put in place in their state. Like, I'll give you weed, for example. Going back to that. They can regulate certain, medications, right? Yeah, let's go with that.
Say regulate certain medications.
Let's just say regulate. Like
this is in the Constitution. Was it written that that the states are able to regulate certain medications?
No, probably not. Okay, the states have the right to.
It's one power, not the right.
Will have one power that they have. Oh,
yes.
Okay, one power that they have. I'm pretty sure that states have the power to. Dude, I'm just thinking like gun laws, like have their own interpretations of the Constitution.
No.
Bill of Rights, final answer. All right,
no.
4 of 8.
You're 4 of 8 right now. You need to get both of the next 2 answers correctly in order to become a United States citizen. The 5 things they can do is provide schooling and education, provide protection, police, provide safety, fire department, give a driver's license, and approve zoning and land use.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh,
Jesus.
What's another?
Why do they teach you this in school, man?
They do. That's the thing.
Yeah, wait, not at my school, obviously.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Is that a serious question?
Mm-hmm.
1776.
I want the exact date.
July 4th.
Correct. 1776. So this comes up to it, whether or not you will become a United States citizen. When was the United States Constitution written?
You just said that. Oh, the Declaration of Independence. Oh, the Constitution. I can't give you a date, but I think, what was it, 1786?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, dude, it's my final answer.
It is 1787.
Oh my fucking God.
I am sorry. Will, you gotta pack your bags.
Let's take my driver's license, cut it in half.
No, that's a power. This is to become a United States citizen. If you remember from earlier in the quiz, the driver's license is a power of the state.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course, Justin.
You don't have to be a citizen to get a driver's license. But
wow, isn't that a bitch?
Isn't that a bitch? Well,
all right, I think we've proven one thing here.
Okay, well, it's almost time for Super Lemon Haze, so.
Oh yeah,
puff pass, everyone.
Yeah,
hop on over to
puff pass.
Super Lemon Haze.
All right, thanks for making me feel like a complete dumbass, Justin. Thank you.
Bye.